fluid. So, dalawa lang yon, which is the surface tension and the cavitation. Then, after that, class dismiss na. Then, next week, we will, doon na tayo magpa-problem solving sa lahat ng ating natakel kahapon and today. Okay, so mabilis lang yung ating discussion for today. Okay, so kita na ba yung screen ko?
Kita na po.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. So next, fluid properties, surface tension it is a tendency of the liquid surfaces to shrink in minimum surface area. So surface tension is caused by cohesive forces between the liquid molecules. Okay, so for liquid molecules lang, liquid to liquid, meaning meron siyang cohesion or cohesive forces. So at liquid air interfaces, so yun yung tinatawag nating adhesion or adhesive forces. So surface tension is caused due to greater attraction of liquid molecules to each other as compared to the attraction between the air and a liquid molecule. So due to surface tension, many insects like water sliders can float and slide on the water surface despite being denser than water. So mag-drawing tayo. Ay, sorry, yung ginawa ko. Ayan, surface tension. So for example, meron po akong water surface dito. Then meron tayong liquid molecules or yung ating water molecules. Then meron ako dito insect or yung ating water sliders. So nakaka-flow siya even though mas denser siya sa ating water. Okay. So sige, isipin nyo na lang na hanggang dito yung tubig. Ay, taasan natin. Ayan. Okay. So due to cohesive forces like this, so nakaka-float daw yung ating water slider because yung ating liquid molecule or yung ating water molecule is attracted to each other. So meaning, so kung katulad nito, so may mga gaps between those liquid molecule. So mangyayari dito sa water surface kasi nagkakaroon siya ng cohesive forces or the cohesion. Yan. Mag-a-attract sila. Then, magpo-form sila ng hydrogen bond. So, these liquid molecules is attracted to each other and kumbaga mas tighter yung bond nila kasi nagkaroon siya ng cohesion. So, kaya nagpo-float yung ating mga water slider. Okay? Pero once na nag-exert ka kahit kaunting force dito sa ating water sliders, so kahit yun ay super onte na force, so nag-exert ka sa ating water slider, then ang tendency ni hydrogen bond or ng ating water molecule is magugulo or mawawasak yung bonding na ginawa nila. Okay? So in reality, in real life, meron din yan. Diba? Once you're in a relationship, then merong, kumbaga, meron relasyon, then may nanggulo sa inyo. So yun yung force. Diba? So, it's either mawawasak talaga yung bonds kasi pwede din naman siyang mabuo. So, yun yung sinasabing surface tension using cohesion forces or like molecules is attracted to like molecules or yung kagaya lang niya. So, water molecules is attracted to water molecules. So, another thing is yung adhesion or the adhesive forces. So, ang example nun is sa tent or halimbawa 'pag nagda-drive kayo or nakasakay kayo ng bus, then biglang bumuhos yung ulan. So, have you ever wondered why yung ating mga liquid droplet or yung water droplet, rain droplet na tinatawag is hindi pumapatak or bumabagsak sa lupa mismo. So, parang nakadikit lang siya na butil-butil sa ating mga car windows, dun sa tent natin 'pag nagka-camping tayo. Tapos minsan ang tendency pa 'pag ah, tumataas pa siya, 'di ba? Parang bakit pataas? Bakit hindi pababa? Kasi because of that surface tension. So, si surface tension adhesion where water molecules is attracted to other molecules. Okay? So, possible na attracted siya sa material na ginamit ng sa sasakyan natin. So, hindi siya attracted sa other water molecule. Pero once na trinay mong exert ng force or medyo anhin mo yung water molecules or yung liquid droplet, so makikita mo bumababa yung mga liquid droplet pababa. So, kasi sinira mo yung bonding nila. So, yun yung tinatawag na adhesion or the adhesive forces. Okay. So, next, vapor pressure. So, the vapor pressure of a liquid is the equilibrium pressure of a vapor above its liquid. So, the vapor pressure of a liquid varies with the temperature. So, as the temperature increases, the vapor pressure also increases. So, directly proportional ang temperature and vapor pressure. So, vapor pressure of a liquid can be measured in a variety of ways. So, a simple measurement involves injecting a little of the liquid into a closed flask connected to a manometer. So, si vapor pressure is ikino-convert lang yung ating mga yung water natin so, na nasa vapor to evaporated water. So, 100 to evaporate water, meron tayong temperature ng 100 degrees Celsius, di ba? So, yan lang yan, yung vapor pressure. Then, next, madami pala. Capillarity, it is the ability of a liquid to flow in small passages such as a tube of small cross-sectional area. So, a liquid can flow in narrow passages without the assistance of external gravity. So, it can flow in narrow passages, even in opposition to gravity. Kahit daw opposite sa gravity. So, di ba, pababa siya, pwede siyang tumaas kahit wala tayong ini-exert na force. So, nakalagay dyan, without the assistance of external force. So, ang example niyan is ito. Yan. Wait lang pala. So, yan. Tapos, capillarity is a phenomenon of rise and fall of a liquid surface in a small tube relative to the adjacent general level of liquid when the tube is held vertically in the liquid. So, yung isa, imagine nyo is, ito ay capillarity rise, and capillarity fall. Okay. So, for example, so yan dalawang yan is tube, okay? So, may small tube tayo. So, dito sa small tube, so imagine niyo na nasa isang container siya, nilagay nyo, nasa isang container siya, for example. Ay, sorry. Pangit. Sige, yaan yun na ano. Yan. So, nasa isang container filled with water. Okay? So, meron siyang water. Water dito. So, kung meron tayong water, meron din siyang water molecule. So, si capillarity is related siya sa cohesion and adhesive. Cohesion or yung ating adhesion. So, kung may water dito, then ito yung kanyang bottom end. Okay? Ito yung close end niya. So, ito yung open. Open end to ha. So, binaliktad natin yung tube. So, binaliktad natin siya ha. So, si capillarity rise is when water molecules, ayan, mapapansin nyo, tumaas yung level ng ating water dito without the assistance of external force. So, hindi natin siya iniibo. Basta lang natin siya binaliktad, inilagay sa tubig, sa container na may water. Then, mapapansin nyo, uy, tumataas yung tubig. So, bakit kaya? So, because of the phenomenon of capillarity. So, dito sa case natin, we have the capillarity rise. So, tumataas yung height niya. Tumataas ng height, ang height ng tubig kasi nagkaroon tayo ng capillarity rise. Eh, ma'am, ano po yung capillarity rise? Is because, sabi ko sa inyo, sa surface tension, meron niyang dalawang forces, which is the adhesion and cohesive forces. For this example, na-attract yung water molecules sa ating tube. Okay? Dun sa ating test tube or sa small tube natin. So, dito sa part na to. Kaya siya ay tumaas kasi na-attract siya dito. Okay? So, kaya tayo nagkaroon ng capillarity rise. Next one is capillarity fall. So, for example, meron ulit tayong container filled with water. Okay, then, yan. May water din dito. Then, ito yung bottom end. Binaliktad ulit natin. Then, ito yung open end ng ating test tube. Okay. Yan. So, binaliktad ulit natin yung tube. Then, nilagay natin ulit sa container filled with water. Then, without the assistance of, what do you call that? External force, hindi tayo naglalagay ng external force, yung water molecule natin is mapapansin nyo, nagkaroon siya dito ng, yan. Kumbaga, yung height niya. So, wala talaga siyang height taas. Kumbaga, nag-fall yung ating water. So, from dito, bumaba yung ating water. Gawan So, ito na yung bagong height natin. Nag-negative siya. Unlike kanina, yung height natin is positive. Dito, ang height natin is negative because nagkaroon tayo ng phenomenon na capillarity fall, which is yun ay related naman sa cohesion or the cohesive forces. Dahil yung water molecule, hindi siya na-attract sa tube natin, kundi mas na-attract siya sa like molecules niya or sa water molecules din. So, ituloy natin. Yan. So, for capillarity rise, so parehas lang yung formula, which is H, or the height of the liquid in the tube, is equal to 4 times the surface tension of the liquid cosine alpha over the density times gravitational acceleration times the diameter. So, parehas lang yung formula ng capillarity rise and capillarity fall. So, dito, dun sa angle of contact between the liquid and glass tube, dun pa lang makikita nyo na if mag-rise or mag-fall siya. So, pag ang liquid natin or yung ating angle of contact is less than 90, we have capillarity rise. So, di ba, kung isosolve mo pa yan, H is equal to 4 cosine ganyan, magsosolve ka pa. Pero pag titingnan mo lang yung angle of contact, which is the alpha. So, pag tinignan mo siya na ang angle of contact is 80 degrees. So 80 degrees is less than 90 degrees. So meaning, meron tayong capillarity rise. Okay? So kung yan lang naman ang tanong, parang ma'am, isa-solve pa ba namin kung halimbawa ay multiple choice, di ba? So, doon pa lang sa angle of contact, makikita mo na agad kung magra-rise or magpo-fall siya. Yan. Katulad din sa capillarity fall. So, ganun din. Pero dito, mali lang yung, kumbaga, nandito is less than. Pero dapat siya ay greater than. So, ito siya. It's, yan. Greater than 90 dapat to. Okay. Sorry. Yan, basta yan ay yung alpha niyan or the angle of contact between the liquid and glass tube must be greater than 90 degrees. So for example, meron tayong problem and the angle of contact between the liquid and glass tube is 180 degrees Celsius. 180 degrees Celsius. 180 degrees. Then, capillarity fall ba yun or rise? Then, syempre, greater than 90. So, meron tayong phenomenon na capillarity fall. So, yun ay kung gusto nyo, pag sinabi na compute the height of the liquid, ganyan. So, pag positive siya, meron siyang rise. Pag negative, meaning meron siyang capillarity fall. Okay? Yung height na makukuha mo or masosolve mo doon sa problem, pag positive, rise. Pag negative, fall. So next one, cavitation. Cavitation is the process of formation of vapor bubbles or vapor-filled cavities of a flowing liquid in a region where the pressure of the liquid falls below the vapor pressure and collapsing of these vapor bubbles in a region of high pressure. Okay? So dito, mabilis lang to guys. Yan. For example, meron daw tayo low pressure region. So, ito yung low pressure region natin. And ito yung high pressure. So, ang sabi dito, formation daw ng ating vapor bubbles in a liquid region where it falls below the vapor pressure. So, meron daw tayo dito liquid bubbles or vapor bubbles sa low pressure region natin. Then, after passing dito sa high pressure region, yan, so dadaan yon sa, yung mga vapor bubbles natin, dadaan sa high pressure region, which is ang tendency, it's either makakalusot sila as a bubble or magko-collapse sila or sasabog sila. So pag once na sumabog, so yun yung iniiwasan natin, magkaroon tayo ng vapor bubbles kasi madaling na-deteriorate ang mga machineries, lalo na yung mga pipelines. Kasi once na nagkaroon tayo ng cavitation, so yun na, mababawasan na yung efficiency ng ating machinery. So yan yung tinatawag na cavitation. So, nagkakaroon ng collapsing. So, makikita nyo may mga maliliit or kumbaga parang mga bilog-bilog na sira. Because meron pa na nabubutas gawa ng cavitation. So, yun yung iniiwasan natin. So, makikita mo sa machine externally ay okay. External pero hindi mo makikita yung internal kasi nasa closed siya or closed loop system, nasa pipeline siya. So, mahirap tingnan, di ba? So, kaya tayo ay may mga gadgets or mga devices and equipments used to measure pressure. So, para, what do you call that? I-maintain na lang yung pressure na yun. Okay? So, yun. Iniwasan natin yung cavitation sa lahat ng machineries kasi bumababa yung efficiency ng ating machines and nasisira agad. Bumababa or lumiliit yung lifespan niya. So, instead na 10 years, nagiging 9 years na lang yung lifespan niya. Okay? So, yun. hanggang dito na lang siguro muna yung ating discussion. Then, next week, so face-to-face naman, so doon tayo magpa-problem solving para pag may questions kayo sa problem solving, madali na. Okay, so any questions or clarifications? Yes po.
Ma'am, mag-session ka po kayo ng mga PPT po na diniscuss niyo po last discussions po o hindi po?
Sige po, magse-send po ako siguro bukas na lang po. Kasi may ayusin pa rin ako sa PowerPoint.
Sige po, thank you po, ma'am.
Okay. So, may questions ba? Clarifications pa? Okay. So, I guess wala na. So, sige, yung 30 minutes is pahinga nyo na lang. So, dadahan-dahan or i-review na nyo, mag-review na lang kayo kasi next week is problem solving na. Pero yun yung warm-up problem solving regarding density. So, isama na natin yung mga Bernoulli's and continuity equation. So, para mas madali, para face-to-face na yung ating problem solving. Okay, so kung walang questions, clarifications, so thank you, engineers, and have a nice day. Thank you, guys.